Naam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, my dear students, let's continue with our English lesson, and today is our lesson 3 that we are going to discuss much on question tags, and mostly we are going to base on these tag questions. What are they? Question tags are the one which turn a statement into a question. They turn a statement into a question, and they are often used for checking information that we think is true. Also, we can say they are used to get someone agree with your point. So those are what we call question tags. They are the same as Swahili words that we use in our daily conversation. For example, mtu anaweza akasema Juma ni rafiki yangu au sio? So that word au sio is a question tag, is the same as question tag in English. Au sio? You see? How do we form these question tags? Tag questions are made using an auxiliary verb. We can form the tag question by using the auxiliary verbs. And the auxiliary verbs, for example, the word is, as you can see here, is, are, was, were, have, has, had. These are auxiliary verbs that we can use them in forming a question tags, and also not only auxiliary verb but also subjective pronouns. Also we use pronoun, for example pronoun like I, as you can see here, we, they, you, he, she, and it. So dear students, question tags are formed by using auxiliary verbs, as you can see here, and also by using the subjective pronouns, as you can see them here. So we use auxiliary verbs as well as pronouns. Okay, usually if the sentence is positive, the question tag is negative, and if the sentence is negative, its question tag is positive. uh, let's see the example of those words there. Let's see example. The statement is, it is cold, isn't it? You can see the sentence here, it is cold. The question tag is here, isn't it? So here you can see the auxiliary here is, auxiliary verb, it is here, is, and the subject pronoun here, it. So we use it and this one is to form a question tag here. But they say that if the statement is positive like this, the question tag is supposed to be negative. Negative, that means we introduce not here. So it is cold, isn't it? You can see. So that sentence is positive and the question tag now becomes negative. Let's see example, the other example. It is not cold. It is not cold. You can see this sentence is negative. This sentence is negative. It is not, because of this not here. So if the sentence is negative, now its question tag here, it's supposed to be positive, as you can see here. It is not cold. Is it? So this is how the question tags supposed to be. Okay, if the main clause has an auxiliary verb in it, you use the same verb in the tag question. If there is no auxiliary verb, then use do, does, did, just like when you make a normal question. So when you find a sentence is having auxiliary, for example auxiliary here, this one is, if the sentence, in the sentence there is auxiliary, so you use the same auxiliary in forming the question tag. You use the auxiliary in forming the question tag. But if in the sentence there is no auxiliary, if there is no auxiliary, that means there is no is, there is no are, there is no were, there is no has, have. If there is no auxiliary, now you use do, does, and did. Do and does, you can use them in the present, but did, you can use it in a past tense. But there is an exception. There is one exception in question tag. Exception here occurs in this word here, am. For example, the auxiliary word if there is you cannot use in forming a question tag. Am now changes to are. So supposed to be is supposed to change into are. For example, let's see example here. Let's see example. I am in charge of the food. I am in charge of the food. You can see I'm here. So informing this statement first is positive. So that means the question tag is supposed to be negative, as you can see here. So am now, am change to are. You can see I'm in charge of the food. Aren't I? Not aren't I? No, that will be not correct. So changes to this is exception that occurs in the question tags. Okay, so uh, let's see the positive sentences with negative tags. For example, she is Italian, isn't she? This sentence is positive, its question tag now becomes negative. They live in London, don't they? We are walking very fast, aren't we? So you can see here, auxiliary here is. Now we use it in forming a question tag. They live in London. Here there is no auxiliary in this sentence. Wow, amazing. No auxiliary here. So if there is no auxiliary, we say that we are going to use do, depending on the tense. We are going to use do because there is no auxiliary here. But here the auxiliary, there is are here. So we are going to use this are in the question tag, as you can see there. So this is how the positive sentences changes to negative question tags. But also remember, the question tag is supposed to be written in small letters, as you can see there, and also at the end here supposed to put a question mark. Small letters, question mark. Positive sentence, negative question tag. Okay, let's see the negative sentences that are having the positive question tags. We are not late. Not, you see this not? So this not here cause the sentence to be negative. So if the sentence is negative, now its question tag supposed to be positive. We are not late. Are we? Small letters and a question mark. Example 2. She doesn't have any children. She doesn't have any children. Does she? You see here, does is here. The does is here and it is negative. So here we put it in positive way. The last example, the bus isn't coming. The bus isn't coming. So this one is negative. Now its question tag changes to positive, as you can see there. Now this one mark the end of our presentation. So students, I hope you understand well about question tags. So prepare for the questions basing on the lesson of today. Mashallah. Shukran. Jazakallah khair.